Hello everybody and welcome to Game A Dayer. It is day 103 here on Game A Dayer. It is a Friday, and of course that means it is free to play Friday. And today we are going to play Charlotte. Charlotte is a horror puzzle walking sim based on a short story, The Yellow Wallpaper. I've never read this story, but when I asked Tams about it, she said, "Oh my god, I was just thinking about that story a couple of days ago. Isn't that eerie?" So, yeah. I like walking sims, I think. I like creepiness. So that's going to be fun. It is available for free on Steam. It was released on the 9th of April of this year. And we are going to jump right in and play it. Bad Girl Games, eh? Center for Media Arts and Games. Magic. Media Art Games. In something. Charlotte. I don't know if I actually said the name of the game. It's Charlotte. Alright. Tab. X key. It seems to be cutting off the... hang on. Oh dear. These controls. These controls are... I'm really getting glad not to marry. I should rage as I do now at confinement and steady work. If I let that business alone and go in my own way, what I gain in individual strength and development of personal power of character, myself as self, you know, not merely as a woman, or that hateful animal, wife and mother, will, I think, make up, and more than make up, in usefulness and affect the other happiness that part of me would so enjoy. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the controls. These controls are, again, WASD, and you can look around with the arrow keys, or you can use the mouse, but either way, you're making it very awkward for left-handed people to play your game. Also, I think there's an issue with space on the screen. I didn't see any way to change the resolution. Charlotte, Peen accepted your sketches. Interesting. If I do not die young, I hope to live as a great artist, but if I die young, I intend to have my journal, which cannot fail to be interesting, published. Maria. Okay, so walking sim is right. We're going to try to explore these environs. We have been hoping every day that we should see you back, but suppose the weather has prevented you from coming. We hope you can begin the new term, Monday 15th, and that you will no further have no further hindrance. We enclose your report, which you will not expect to be very good on account of protracted absences, with regards to your mother from Miss Fielden and myself. I've dropped the heart business once and for all. It never was as strong as my head, and the sooner I squelch it altogether, the more firmly I shall progress. So those are the sketches that she sketched. Miss Charlotte A. Perkins, a member of the advanced class of Rhode Island School of Design, is thoroughly well able to give instruction in elementary drawing to children, or to teach any person who wishes to learn to draw. That's nice. What is this? If I were a man, Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Oh boy. There's going to be a lot of reading in this. And we can't just put it down. Oh, we can just put it on. Alright. I mean, I don't mind having an interactive experience with a lot of reading, but they're not that interesting to play for a Let's Play. This looks to be made as a walkthrough library. Oh, these blasted locks. John denies it, but I am sure he is responsible. I suppose it serves as some protection against, well, I dare not think about it. But why won't they tell me how it works? This makes no sense to me. I suppose they wish me to stay safe in my library. Well, what is one to do? So the gameplay is just as choppy as the video's making it look. This is not poor recording. This is... What's that on the ground? Ah! Can you please stop wandering around? It isn't good. I thought I asked you to throw Charlotte's things away. So much clutter. As if she is still here. Oh, okay, so Charlotte's dead. Well, really, I can't very well throw them out. They belong to the owner, after all. I do put them away, as you asked. Someone keeps replacing them. Need to have a word with John. Where is he? Oh, so this isn't a ghost, this is an actual person. I want to be able to move around the house freely while the door is locked. For our own good. If I had less opposition from you and John and more society and stimulus, I'm sure my condition would improve. John is a physician of high standing and your husband, and he has assured us that there is really nothing the matter with you but temporary nervous depression, a slight hysterical tendency. You must follow his instructions and get well. He is in his study, but you must go to your room and rest. You mustn't exhaust yourself, dear Jane. Alright, so we are Jane. Remember the doctor said you were to live as domestic a life as possible. Boo. could look at absolutely everything. The truth is, I don't like to go to my room. It's the wallpaper. There are things on that wallpaper that nobody knows but me or ever will, and it is like a woman stooping down and creeping about behind that pattern. I don't like it a bit. I wonder, I begin to think. I wish John would take me away from here. Well, Ms. Roosevelt and Dorothy. Good afternoon. Have either of you ever seen Charlotte? Charlotte the owner? No, indeed, and that is something of a relief, as she is reputed to be one of those tiresome reform types. She is not content to be a wife and mother, but struggles against the protection of the stronger sex, and foolishly wishes to be their equal. She doesn't realize the power we have indirectly through the sacred sphere of home and family life. Sounds like propaganda to me. Well, we were made as helpers. Equality of the sexes will establish those competitive relationships which will destroy chivalrous considerations. We must cooperate, not compete. Yes, everyone must cooperate, but there's no reason that anyone needs to compete. I'd like to work and earn money so that I'm not so economically dependent on John. It makes me feel vulnerable and diminished. No, Jane, you mustn't turn into one of those new women, old maids, every one. I wager, discontent because no man ever makes them an offer. So what? The nature of those women is not fit for the contentious spirit of the world, and it surely would not make us more lovely or pleasant at home. No, we must remain in our separate spheres. Goodbye and good riddance. What do you open? A door. Somewhere. Oh, this door, I did. Women's rights. The right to be a comfort. Wow. I'm even going to read that. Oh my god. This game is so choppy. Ah. That's what that opened. Pleasant ring at the door where you've always been greeted with gladness, to be met with smile that you value all others above, to see that smile flicker and vanish and change into sadness because she was met by your presence instead of her love. Say what? Jenny, the other day, she didn't know I was in the room, and when I asked her in a very quiet voice, with the most restrained manner possible, what she was doing with the paper, she turned round as if she had been caught stealing, and looked quite angry. She asked me why I should frighten her so. Did not that sound innocent? But I know she was studying that pattern. I am determined that nobody shall find it out but myself. What pattern is this? The pattern of the yellow wallpaper? Is this the pattern? Is this the wallpaper? No? No? I feel like I should just go and read this story and bother about this, this game. Impressionist painter. Doesn't seem to have done anything. Well, I'm sorry to say, I don't think that this game is very well put together. A lot of stuff in it. Alright, what did that open now? This here. Oh my god. I feel like I'm walking through mud or sand or dirt or close enough, or I already hit the switch. Already hit the switch. Alright. No, I don't want to interact with them. Is this the wallpaper? Is it a pattern of madness? Well, this is where we started. Ah, the red switches close doors. The white switches open doors. We've discovered something. Now, if only this could be a little smoother. How do we open that door? Alright. Looking for switches. There's a switch. What does it do? What do any of them do? Oh, can we... Oh, this is the only... This is where that door goes. Did that door just open and close, or... No, it must have just been a glitch. Well, I suppose I should just be looking at more letters and art and whatnot. Does seem to be the point of the game. She hath a ring, I hath pain. Very nice. There are two means available as possible checks to child murder. Questionably, the most important is a reform of the bastardy law. It is partial, cruel, and favorable to vice. It must indirectly tend to child murder because it bars out the mothers of an illegitimate from a claim on the father for its proper support. Well, yeah. Oh, hello. Someone to talk to. Kate Douglas Wiggin. John says, if you don't pick up faster, we shall send you to Weir Mitchell. You don't want that, do you? I thought not. I shall journal away, then, out of temptation. Have you seen the woman creeping in the garden? She's crawling around my room as well, sometimes at night. Perhaps it is Charlotte. What? I haven't seen any creeping woman. My dear, you are just covered with yellow smudges. That from the wallpaper in your room? What an awful color. Do you know where John and Jenny have put my paper and pens? Oh, you and your writing, always scribbling away. A genteel exercise for a woman, to an extent, but you take it too far, Jane. You exhaust yourself. I believe the secret of this house is somehow connected to the wallpaper in my room. Oh, you are serious. You aren't serious, surely. The ghastly wallpaper should come down, but The only mystery there, I can assure you, is why it was ever put up in the first place. I think it is unreasonable for you to hide a journal, but what is one to do? Remember that the doctor told you to never touch pen, brush, or pencil for as long as you live. Jeez. This would be unbelievable if it weren't so realistic. What have we here? Balls, hip skating corsets with coiled wire spring elastic section. I am really getting glad not to marry. I should rage if I do now as I do now at confinement and steady work. If they cut these things off, damn it. Like, even if I wanted to go through and read things, you can't actually read any of it. Dearest Martha, what if he was going to propose? That would have been even funnier. Just open your big eyes and tell him you are spoke for by a female in Providence, and he can't marry just yet. I have settled your business finally. You are to marry, of course. You would never be satisfied if you didn't, and after a certain period of his unmerited happiness, your young man is to drop off, die somehow, and lo, I will be all in all. Now, isn't that a charming plan? Murder. I know I'm supposed to be discovering the story, but if I wanted to do that, I'd just go and read the bloody short story. What I want to do is get that door open. Oh my god. Can I interact with the clock? No? The door will never open for you. Haven't you learned the rules yet? Apparently not. Let me out. Every secret of a writer's soul, every experience of his life, every quality of his mind is written large in his works. His. Other side of the same door. Hmm. I need to find a thing. I wish to be the sort of woman, handsome, self-poised, well-read, keen-sighted, refreshed, whom men will delight to talk with, and so I will take the broad road of individuality apart from sex. I have decided that I am not domestic, and don't want to be a mother. That's totally fine. Except apparently not at the time of this writing, which is of course the point. God. Oh, apparently I'm not close enough. The door will no longer open. Well, that's an issue. Okay, maybe what we've got is the red switches are the lock switches, and the white switches are the open switches. So we have to find the corresponding red switch before the white switch will work. Is that a fact? Let's try this one. That'll close it. If I'm right, this won't open it. Nope, I'm wrong. Okay. Right. Oh, God. There's no secret door that I can tell. Although this would be the place for it, wouldn't it? Maybe we should be looking at more things. An interesting novelty has sprung up amongst us. In a city where all of our surroundings are of the olden time, Miss Edmona Lewis, a lady of color, has taken a studio in Rome and works as a sculptress in one of the rooms formerly occupied by the great master Canova. Have I gotten everything I'm going to get out of you, Jenny? I hit the switch. Nothing's happening. Which door was that? Not that one. That one. Ha! Made progress. All we had to do is hit all of the switches. Alright, so we've got several doors. Oh no, we've got one door and several paintings. Let's see. Alright. The fact is, I'm getting a little afraid of John. He seems very queer sometimes, and even Jenny has an inexplicable look. It strikes me occasionally, just as a scientific hypothesis, that perhaps it's in the paper. I have watched John when he did not know I was looking, and come into the room suddenly on the most innocent excuses, and I've caught him several times looking at the paper, and Jenny too. I caught Jenny with her hand on it once. Is the paper just what you call it, a red herring? You can feel free to pause on these. I'm not going to read them all out loud. Alright, if we do hit that button, nothing happens. If we hit this button, are we going to be closed in? This button seems not to do anything. I'm going to just go hit all the switches again, because that seems to make sense. What's this on the floor? A certain cure for married ladies with or without medicine, by Madame Resto, professor of midwifery, over 50 years practice. Her infallible French female pills number 1, price $1, or number 2, especially prepared for married ladies, price $5, which never fail, are safe and healthy, sold only at her office or sent by mail. Caution, all others are counterfeits. Pills. Pills for women. Because women need pills because they're all hysterical and etc. Social business forms. No, I'm not interested, thank you. God, it's so choppy. Dinner, fish boiled roast. I missed one. This one. Who's saying that? You need to let me out. Take your tonic. Have we a tonic? Aha. Wait a minute. You're making such progress. What does this one do? Apparently nothing. Sorry guys. Alright, so I had to pause momentarily, and then of course when I came back I had to load the game because there was no way not to. And I forgot to save. I forgot to hit X. So we're gonna run through most of that again. Got to figure out how we're meant to open the what we'll call the booby room for fun. Opened something. Not something in here. Ah. We have a new room. New things. Wait, what? Oh dear. Okay. Scared now. Little freaked out. Still wondering about how you mad? You know there'll be consequences. Oh, what is one to do? Perhaps take your tonic. I don't know where my tonic is. I don't especially care where my tonic is. Oh, maybe in here. Aha! And continue to wander about. Is that a spirit? Spectre? A vague apparition? Yeah. What is it, little girl? You shouldn't be walking about. You'll get cold. I weigh a bit more, nor as much, and my appetite may be better in the evening when you are here, but it is worse in the morning when you are away. Please, I wish you would take me away. Why, darling, our lease will be up in 3 weeks, and I can't see how to leave before. The repairs are not done at home, and I cannot possibly leave town just now. Of course, if you were in any danger, I could and would, but you really are better, dear, whether you can see it or not. I'm a doctor, dear, and Just you settle your head, little woman. I know best, because I'm a big, strong man. John, there's something wrong here. Sometimes I see the strangest things behind the pattern of the paper. My darling, it isn't real. I beg of you, for my sake and for our child's sake, as well as for your own, that you will stop these notions from entering your mind. There is nothing so dangerous, so fascinating, to a temperament like yours. It is a false and foolish fancy. Can you not trust me as a physician when I tell you so? I disagree with your ideas. I believe that congenial work and excitement and change would do me good. That's out of the question. You wouldn't be able to stand it. You are my darling and my comfort and all I have. You must take care of yourself for my sake and keep well. You know, Neanderthals didn't get to just sit around while they were carrying children. Remember, the doctor advised you to lie down for an hour after each meal. Alright, where is John? Because though I'm interacting with him, I don't actually see him. Ah, there he is. Well, aren't you a fancy fellow? Hello, fancy fellow. I see you like naked ladies in your paintings. So... The door is closed. Okay. So we've got an issue. Our issue is that we're locked in a room and don't have any switches. Well, let's look at the naked lady on the wall. This wallpaper has a kind of sub-pattern in a different shade, a particularly irritating one, for you can only see it in certain lights and not clearly then. But in the places where it isn't faded and where the sun is just so, I can see a strange, provoking, formless sort of figure that seems to skulk about behind that silly, Inconspicuous front design. You must hurry, only one more week left. Alright, apparently it just wanted us to read that before we could be let out. There's no going back from here. Sure. Let's just do the old save thing. Please stand by. What is this now? The outer limits? Please stand by. Life is much more exciting now than it used to be. You see, I have something more to expect, look forward to watch. I really do, and I am more quiet than I was. I don't want to leave now until I have found it out. There is a week more, and I think that will be enough. Is this the burned out pattern everyone was talking about? Ooh, position. Dear Martha, I have grown wildly dark, strangely beyond a mother's recognition, beyond my own. The girl you knew, the woman you loved, died without you, past a distance incalculable. Blah, blah, blah. The wallpaper changes so quickly that I can't believe it. This is why I watch it. I really have discovered something at last, though watching so much at night when it changes so that I finally found out. Where is the on the wall? Must be work now. We are leaving tomorrow. Are you sure? I'm sorry, I haven't finished ripping off the paper. You can call me that if you like. You've done a fine job. I was able to get out, and they won't be able to keep us there if we don't want. Now we need a safe place to rest. I know we're running out of time. They will come to take me away soon. What am I to do? Powers that be don't give us much room to maneuver in, but I think I found a way. I found a door for us. Go into the passage. You'll be safe there. What about John, Jenny? Don't worry, we threw away the key, so it will take them some time to get in. I'll find the opening. Put you in the passage. Alright. Got to find the opening. This looks to be an opening. It is so pleasant to be able to creep around as I please. I do have to get back behind the pattern at night, and that is hard. But here I can creep smoothly on the floor, and my shoulder just fits in that long smooch around the wall, so I can't lose my way. I don't want to go outside. I won't. Why, there's John at the door. It is no use, young man. You can't open it. I threw the key away where you'll never find it. We're in the wallpaper. I said it's no use, man. Go away. How he does call and pound. Now he's crying for an axe. It would be a shame to break down that beautiful door. Let's go this way. You see, they can't reach us here. Is that pleasant? You were right, Charlotte. We got out in spite of them, and we can get out whenever we want now that we've ripped the door. Well, that was a game. I think I'd have just preferred the story, probably. But, you know, it was fine. If you have any comments on this game, or any others here on the channel, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, for all of its flaws, give it the old thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and when you do, make sure you hit that dingy bell, because that will let you know when I upload new videos. Which I do every single day. Apparently, the game just decided to crash on us. Oh well. Thanks for joining me here on Free to Play Friday. We were playing Charlotte. And please join me tomorrow when we'll be playing something.